You remember what the bathroom was like when you were single? Right? You had all that counter space. Right? As soon as you get in a relationship, that just goes away. It gets replaced with all kinds of bottles of crap. Right? You don't even know what half that stuff does. I picked up one of my girlfriend's bottles of makeup and still had the price tag on it. It was $50. Right, $50. When I asked her why it was so expensive, she just looked at me and said, "Oh, well, that stuff's worth it." Because when I put it on, it makes it look as if I'm not wearing any makeup at all. Well, I have that too, but I call it water. And I'll sell you some of it for $20. You ever have your wife or girlfriend try and get you to use some of her products? Well, that's always fun. My girlfriend told me recently that my face was too scratchy, and I haven't shaved in a while. Told me to use some of her shaving cream, which was supposed to soften my hair as it grows out. Yeah. And she handed me a bottle of something called Coochie. Have you heard of that? It's a shaving cream named after the part of the body you're supposed to use it on. It's like, you want me to take something you put on your fun zone and smear it all over my face? Okay, sure. Hey, you guys laugh, but I'm telling you that stuff works, okay? It was great. I started rubbing my girlfriend's coochie on my face every day. It was perfect, man. It was perfect until she ran out. Yeah, because then she had to buy the generic brand, Snatch. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still worked just as good, but it had a really funky odor that came with it. Kind of weird. Now, there are benefits to sharing a bathroom with someone of the opposite sex. There are. Just the other day, my girlfriend thought she would surprise me in the shower. Which was pretty cool, you know. I was in the shower, she sneaks into the bathroom real quiet, takes off all her clothes, creeps over to the shower curtain and pulled it back and yelled, "Surprise!" And it really was a surprise too, because at that exact moment I was taking a piss in the drain. She just started freaking out. Like, "Oh my God! Can't believe you do that in the shower. That's disgusting. How would you like it if I did that in the shower?" Looked at her and said, "You know, it really wouldn't bother me that much. I mean, do whatever you want. After all, this is your shower. I mean, the only reason I'm over here using it is because the one in my place smells like urine, but whatever." Don't want you guys to think, though, that I'm the only one that screws up in the relationship. My girlfriend screws up, too. I'll give you an example. Recently, she had this great idea where the two of us would go to one of those online dating sites, eHarmony.com, and see if it would pair us together as soulmates. Yeah, that was a mistake. Apparently, eHarmony.com thinks my girlfriend can do a hell of a lot better than me. Her soulmate turned out to be some guy named Jared, who's a doctor from Seattle. Meanwhile, my soulmate turned out to be some guy named Ricardo, who's a crossdresser from San Francisco. Apparently, we're a 99% match. Who knew? My gay friends love that joke. It's true. It is actually actually weird, though, because I actually do sometimes get gay guys hitting on me, which is, I mean, it sucks because I'm not gay. However, it is kind of nice to know that I could be if I wanted to. Personally, I don't think it would be that bad, because like I said, I have several gay friends, and I gotta admit, they have their lives together. They do. I don't know if you guys have ever been inside of a gay man's apartment, but it's amazing. It is. They have like coasters on their coffee table, curtains on their windows. They even have paintings on their wall. Right? Granted, it is a 6-foot painting of a man's genitalia, but still! It's very classy. I love how like free and open gay men are. They're not afraid to hug another guy just to say hello. You know, straight guys, we don't have that. The closest thing we have is that little handshake smack hug thing we do. Have you ever seen that? Two guys will just shake hands with each other, then loop thumbs and bump chests with our arms in between each other for spacing. And with our free arm, we reach around and instead of giving the other guy a hug or a pat on the back, we just kind of hit him hard once in the kidneys and then push him away. That's the most homophobic move in the world, isn't it? Like basically like, hey man, I like you as a friend and as a good buddy. Now, get the hell away from me before this gets queer. So the thing is that I think like all straight men are homophobic, at least a little bit. I think that's true. I mean, I will admit that I'm a little bit homophobic, even though I have gay friends. Because the thing is, I hang out with my gay friends all the time. But I don't get drunk when I'm around them. That's because when I get drunk, I tend to black out for periods of time. And I also sleep with my mouth open. Dangerous combination, that's all I'm saying. So anyways, let me tell you guys a little bit about me. I'm actually not from Idaho originally. I was actually born and raised in Alaska. That's right, Alaska, not many people know this. Alaska is actually a native word for land of the frozen testicles. It's really weird though when I came down here, actually I found out some people don't even know that Alaska's cold. I actually had one guy get this, told me that he thought Alaska was a tropical island. Yeah. When I asked him why he thought that, he's like, well, in my high school geography book, Alaska was right next to Hawaii in the middle of the ocean. Like, do you also think that California is purple? How do you not know that Alaska is cold, okay? When I was a kid in the wintertime, I could throw water in the air, it would freeze before it hit the ground. I once spit in a guy's face and chipped his tooth.